Good morning, pirates. It's calendar week 16, off by 1. In the world of programming computers, one of the most common glitches that you can accidentally build into a system is the off by 1 error. This is when your code works exactly as you would expect it to, but instead of doing the thing you've asked it to do the number of times you thought you'd asked it to do it, it does it one time fewer, or one time more. The frustration this error causes is because of the surety that you have done something dumb. There isn't really a mistake in the language or the grammar of the code. It wouldn't run at all if there was. And there isn't really a mistake in the basic logic of what you're trying to do. It would do something completely unexpected if there was. No, you've just made some silly assumption, done bad maths, or forgotten that numbers start at 0, not at 1. And it is the mark of a good or a bad programmer how they fix it. If your program always does the one thing one time not enough, a bad programmer can just force it to add another one on the end. In 1 minute, the program is, for anyone who doesn't look inside the workings of it, fixed. But a good programmer will always want to find out where the mistake was and correct it at the point of failure. Sometimes this can mean a rewrite of almost everything that you did, taking hours or days, at the end of which it does exactly the same thing as the easy fix would have done. But you know that it is robust, bug-free, and can be relied on whenever you need to build on top of it. We are now very much into spring, and looking forwards towards the adventures we might have at the barracks this year, and curious to discover the learnings. But I just seem unable to ignore this troublesome feeling that in the background there is an off by 1 error somewhere in the fundamentals of it all. You don't need a background in computers to be able to recognize the feeling of having an easy fix somewhere at the core of things. I just put it in computer terms because that was such a huge part of my waking hours for such a long time. The idea that a fundamental rewrite might be needed can be pretty familiar to everyone, I think. And because everything is kind of working, it's mostly pretty easy to ignore. But I don't like it, and I hope to figure it out sometime sooner rather than later. This week I'll be in the forest quite a bit. I have permission to clear out a couple of trees with bark beetle in them. Fortunately, they are quite close by. Carrying a whole tree out of the forest on your back is not the sort of job you can do in one go. I'd love to try to get a cheeky row of peas in the ground, and also a couple of potatoes. They'd be both okay to wait another week or two, but I am keen.